Etude number 7 starts out with a retake on beat 2, similar to some of the other etudes where you have a nice quarter note before it, you have plenty of time to play a nice full value note before you do the retake. When we get to the second line, I'll demonstrate some things that are going on there with the 16th notes and how to accomplish those beautifully. Remember, this is only 84 for tempo. I know when I look at this and I see all the black ink, I'm tempted to play this way too fast. So really check with your metronome before you begin. When we get to this part with the 16th notes, the 3 16th notes that are slurred, if that wasn't articulated notes, that would be a dotted 8th note. And we worked on this rhythm already, where you stay very close to the frog. So if I forget that there's an F sharp in there, and I play a dotted 8th note G, the phrase would go. And I suggest you practice it that way to really see how little bow you need. So you're going to articulate with the left hand, obviously, the change of notes. Now look ahead to the third measure of this line where it starts with an A, G sharp A, B, C. You are not going to do this as a string crossing because it's going to sound, it always happens when I hear students do that the A bleeds into the G sharp, which continues to bleed into the next A. It just sounds like a hot mess, so don't do that. Just shift up, play these closed. My suggestion is that you always play the three slurred notes together in one position rather than doing any kind of crossing. It's just going to be clearer. This part we just arrived at looks similar as before, 3 slurred 16ths, 1 16th separate, but when you look to the next measure at the beginning of the next line that starts with A, B, C, D, 1 16th, 3 slurred, so the pattern is reversed. And the reason I'm pointing this out is you need to prepare during that measure by moving out in the bow a little bit so that you have enough bow left to actually sweep through those notes. If you don't do that, maybe I could make it, but I'm right on the ferrule now, and that's not going to be very comfortable. So just plan during this measure. All I did was sneak out during those strokes. You could even do it at the end of the measure before. So I'm already towards the middle of the bow. So those, just be prepared for that. Go back to etude number 6 and look at the string crossing demo I did where it's a close-up of how close you need to keep the bow to each string so that as you're playing the 3 slurred 16th notes, you are so close to the A string that when you make the up bow, you barely have to lift the bow at all. It's going to make that a lot easier and a lot more controlled.